the sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
The sound.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Who got the girl them flex up? Inna the club man vex up. All the girl them pon the floor. Woman them a there pon the door. Look at the girl pon the floor. Look at the girl whining, she grinding now. All the man them yelling. Girl body so hot like a felon. Look at she girl whine like a snake. All the man them thinking. Look at them eye them blinking. Look at the man them drinking. Look at the girl them thinking. When me see woman they so them attack. All the woman in all the club them a whine. Woman me want she now, yow.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you. Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the girls them in the club, them are dancing. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, me see the woman there, so she a dancing there upon me. Alright, girl, come to me, yeah. Wind up, that's up on the floor. Woman, that's how them a dance on me, so me like the way she dance on me. Me like the way she whine on me. Go down low, girl, don't let go upon me. Let you wind this upon me. Don't you let go upon me. Ho, wine, girl, that's a long go. Wine, girl, said they don't wine. Holly woman, they upon me mind. Holly girl, them dancing, yow. Me like when the woman them talking. Me like when the woman them dancing. Me like when the girl them hold me. Me like when the girl them a wine slow. Left to right, left to right, left to right. The woman them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right. All the girl them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them a dancing left to right, left to right, left to right.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
The sound.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Me like the way you talk to me, girl. Me like the way you talk to me, girl. The way she open up, she bouncy and tell me she want me dig it out. Yo, the girl there she whining. All the girl them timing. Left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them bowing left to right, left to right, left to right. The way the girl them are whining left to right. right, left to right, left to right. The way the girl them a talking left to right. Woman them a bowing left to right. All the woman them a singing left to right. All the girl them a flexing. No woman that's so in the club them dancing. All of the woman on the floor them prancing. Like the way she jump to me house it risky. Like all the girl them when them frisky. All of the girl them a come them tipsy. Come to me house and me dig it out. No. Left to right, all the gal them a singing. Left to right, all the gal them a talking. Left to right, all the gal them a dancing. Left to right, all the woman them a bowing. Left to right, left to right, left to right, to right. Hold on me girl, hold on tight. Hold on me girl, hold it right. Hold on gal, they hold me tight. Hold on gal, they hold me tight. Get up gal, let's whine now. Get up gal, let's go on bud. Get up gal, let's go on bud. Get up gal, let's go on bud.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you. Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Dirty wine, dirty wine, dirty wine, girl. Dirty wine, dirty wine, dirty wine, girl. Me like the way the woman them party. Me like when the girl them naughty. It's looking risky. All the girl them frisky. All the girl them bend, all the girl them move. Woman they so the girl them want know. Me see the girl them a bend. Me see the woman they so come she a lean. Girl them flexing, girl them fleeky, girl them freaky, all girl them neaty. Woman they so talking real neaty. Girl them come to me room. Hold me body tight, girl. Hold me body tight, girl. Hold me body tight, girl. Left to right, left to right. All the woman them a swallow. Left to right, left to right, left to right. All the woman them a bowing. Left to right, left to right, left to right.
When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Stop.
Yow, 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 yow. When them people them a talk, you know that them watching you. And when them see you, you know them watching you.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo, and we are back at it again with another live stream. Been away for a while, but we are back, and we have an interesting show for you. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that's going to change the game, a topic that all of the brothers really need to hear. Not only the brothers, but the sisters as well. You see, when it comes to relationships in today's culture, relationships seems to be on everyone's mind. Everybody's talking about relationships. Everybody want to date. Everybody want to get involved with somebody. And it seems like we're making all of these choices, but we don't realize the danger that is ahead. We don't understand that we're being set up. You see, I understand the game. I understand what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you brothers what they don't want you to know. Now, you heard a lot of videos, you heard a lot of content creators, but see, nobody is going to give you this information. You see, tonight's topic is going to be that type of topic that's going to change your entire life. It's going to get women to be all a little riled up because in their mind, they're not going to want you to know what I'm going to be sharing with you. And it's unfortunate for them, but it's going to let them know as well as let you know who is really on your side. The information I'm going to share with you is going to make you identify women that are for you versus women that are against you. See, here on Black Male Advice TV, we've been talking about relationships for a long time. And we have a lot of imitators, a lot of copycats, but see, nobody will give you the content the way I do. I want you brothers to realize the game. The system has been rigged. Relationships have been compromised. Our women are out of control. We live in a very hostile environment. Getting involved in a relationship in today's day literally is suicide. There are no guarantees of success, only guarantees of failure. Have you ever wondered that even the most successful man with all his money and wealth, it seems like when he get involved in a relationship with a woman, it goes good at the beginning, but then all of a sudden, it goes downhill. No matter how much money he have, it seemed like it just don't work out. We hear all this talk about high value man and making six figures. People, all of that is BS. Because today's modern woman is out of control. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Have all of y'all witnessed what is going on with this Migos guy? Remember that Migo guy? I forgot his name. But remember when the woman was talking about the Birkin bag and, you know, this is her man, and he was in the background. He was looking all like he a man, like he's a boss, right? I think it's Quavo. I'm not sure what his name is, right? Well, she recently just embarrassed him. You understand? And it's unfortunate, but this is what happens to you suckers who allow women to play you because you think your money is going to somehow win this woman's heart. You don't realize that in today's culture, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter your celebrity status. None of that means anything. What matters today is you got to know the game. You got to know what you're getting involved in. And a lot of you brothers, you don't know that, man. Shout out to V-Dub Man, the first member on the block. Shout out to V-Dub Man in the building. Appreciate that, bro. The times that we live in right now are dangerous times. I want you brothers to really understand what is happening. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter your celebrity status. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff mean nothing, brothers. None of that stuff mean nothing. The modern woman today have to respect who you are as a man. That is why that rapper got played, because he don't understand the game. He thought that because he have money, that somehow the woman is going to respect him. No, it don't work like that. The agreement. You may be wondering, what agreement are you talking about, Ringo? Are you talking about a prenuptial agreement? Is that what you're talking about? Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. Because see, a prenup is literally talking about an agreement that deals with financial assets and monetary items. Oh no, that's not what we're talking about. The agreement is more valuable. The agreement will identify you as a real high value man, because it would let you know how much you value yourself in terms of what you bring to the table when it comes to dealing with women. You see, a lot of you guys, you meet women, you get involved, and your relationships is primarily sexual. She's hot, she got a nice looking body, you're aroused, y'all hook up, you have sex. It is what it is. That's as far as it goes. You're wondering why your relationships don't seem to work. You see, this video affects all of us brothers. Doesn't matter where you are, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whatever your situation is. If you apply this content into your life, it's going to change your life. Now, it would have been great as a man if you were able to implement this information from the beginning. It would have been really beneficial to you to do that. Unfortunately, most of us may have been in relationships already, and because of that, it may be a little difficult to navigate through the system, but it can still be implemented. But for you brothers that are not involved with a woman, that are looking for a serious relationship, that are looking for love, that are looking for companionship, that are looking for the ideal woman who is going to be submissive and obey you, cater to you, respect you. If that's you, then this live show is for you, brother. The agreement. It's pretty simple. When you get involved with a woman, brothers, you have to know what it is you want. You see, I'm a carpenter by trade. I can build anything with my hands. I can fix anything. I can repair anything. I can design anything. It's a skill that I learned by myself over time. Now, if you're a homeowner and you hire a contractor who is skilled, you are paying for a service. You expect to get what you paid for. You understand my point, right? You see, you brothers, you messed up. You get involved in relationships and you don't make it clear what you're looking for. You kind of just expect everything with this woman to fall into place. Isn't that what we do? We get with a sister, she look good, and we just expect everything about her to fall into place. But it don't go that way. We walk around and we listen to videos about how women don't know their roles, men don't know their roles. We hear all of this type of content all the time. Oh, these modern day women, they don't know how to be women. They don't know their roles. They haven't been trained by their parents. Let me tell you something, brothers. Newsflash. You are supposed to teach a woman her role. Even if a woman was raised by her parents, that does not guarantee her that she have what it takes to be the woman you need. I'm going to teach you, brothers, that the agreement is very simple to understand. It will be a measure of discipline on your part. It will allow no room for any uncertainty. The woman will know exactly what her role is and how to move. And if she don't move the way she need to move, then that opens a door for you to do other things. The agreement is when you meet a young lady, you court her, you get to know her, and then over time, as you're about to establish this relationship with this sister, you begin to lay down exactly what you are looking for. A lot of us brothers, we don't understand that. Again, if you hire a contractor to work on your house, you expect to get what you pay for. You expect that the service that you pay for, you're going to get. If you order something on a website, you expect it to be delivered to your door. No questions asked. If they don't deliver it, there are consequences. Do you understand me? Most of us brothers, we walk down the aisle and make women wives. And we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. Listen, if you're a brother and you're listening to me right now, don't get married. You're probably saying, whoa, hold up, Ringo, wait a minute. I thought you're about family. Why would you tell us don't get married, bro? I thought you preached that you're about family. How could you say that? I'm unsubscribing. Hold on, before you unsubscribe, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm telling you, brothers, to understand is that you should not marry a woman without the agreement. Because if you marry a woman without the agreement, you are setting yourself up for failure. Because wifing up a woman in this modern day without an agreement is a sure sign of disaster to come in the future, because you and that woman walked into this relationship and nobody had any idea where we're going. You don't know what you're expecting of her. She don't know what she's expecting of you. Y'all just got together because that's what they say you're supposed to do. But that's not how it was in times of old. A man didn't just make a woman his wife. A father didn't just release his daughter to get with a guy and there was no agreement. There had to be the understanding that if you wife up this woman, there is something that you as a man must provide. There is something that you must be willing to sacrifice. Not only that, but there is a lot that that woman is supposed to bring to the table for you brothers. And unfortunately, you brothers are getting involved with women. They don't know their role. They don't know what to do. And when things start going downhill, that is when you're now looking at her trying to figure out, well, why you're acting like this. I thought you supposed to love me. I thought you supposed to be my woman. Well, bro, if you didn't set those standards, if you didn't set the curriculum, if you didn't bring the value to the table and let that woman know from Jump Street that, look, this is the agreement. I want you to be my wife. But before we do that, babe, I got some things I got to talk to you about. You see, as a man, there's certain things I need. There's certain things I desire. I need for you to agree on these terms. Because if you're not going to do that, babe, then guess what? You can never be my wife. We can't move forward because it's not going to work. I'm not here to play any games. I'm not a sucker like these other guys. I'm not a Quavo. I'm not an Offset. I'm not any of these dudes that are getting played by these women. I'm a man. And I have standards, I have resources, and I have ambition and goals. And I need a helpmate that's going to fulfill that. And if you're not going to be the type of sister that's going to pretty much cooperate with that, we don't need to be together. Because I'm not going to be some dude that's going to buy you a Birkin bag and then you're going to be sleeping around with everybody and playing me for a fool. We're not going to do that here. So if you want to be out there playing the field, if you want to be out there selling yourself to the highest bidder, you can go on. But I have an agreement here and you got to sign it. You see, brothers, number one, first thing you must understand about this whole game is this. Never marry a woman based on the marriage system. Never do that. Never. Never base your love for a woman by taking her down the aisle and marrying her based on the marriage system. Because if you do that, brothers, you're selling yourself short. Once you marry a woman based on the marriage system, you essentially has given the government control over your life. Once you marry a woman based on the marriage contract, she's in control of you. That's where a lot of you brothers, you miss the mark. Because when you make a woman your wife based on the marriage system of America, the woman essentially becomes the head and you become the tail. All the benefits is for her. This is why you'll have men that's supposed to be high value, got all this money, got all these resources, but yet his woman want a divorce. Now, you might be asking yourself the question, why would a woman that's married to a multimillionaire, she got houses, cars, resources, why would she just want to get a divorce? Because she really don't want a good man. You see, brothers, the average modern female do not want a good man. Do not buy into the BS. We're all the good men. They don't want no good man. They want a thug. They want a bad boy. They want a man that's a thug, dressed like a thug, a man that's a goon, somebody that got that bad boy effect that make them get wet. That's the kind of man they want. They really don't want the hard-working brother, the 9-to-5 brother, the brother that's on his grind. They say they do, but they really don't. The only time they want the good brother is after they done destroyed their life, after they had a couple of kids by 2, 3, 4, 5 different men, after they hit the wall and their market value drop. That is when all of a sudden they're going to be in your DMs. So how do we navigate around this? How do we secure the relationship and gain the benefits of what we're looking for as men? Because the system has been rigged. Like literally, relationships have been rigged. Marriage have been compromised. And it seemed like if you get involved with a woman today, you're setting yourself up for failure. It may be good at the beginning. There may be some intimacy. But eventually she's going to leave you. Eventually she's going to go. That's just the way it's going to happen, brothers. You may not like that, but I'm here to tell you that that's what's going to happen. You see, brothers, if your father was in your life, you would know these things. If your father was there, he would have done put you onto the game. You know, when a woman is talking about she want to leave, or when a woman is talking about, well, you know, I'm not happy and all this other nonsense, and, you know, she's going through this little motion, please understand that she already have somebody else lined up already. Yeah. When a woman is fed up, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it. Shout out to R. Kelly. Because her mind is already made up. When a woman talk about she's leaving, trust me, there's a man already there. Women are very strategic. They don't just go. They have a plan. They're not gonna just bounce and jump ship. They're gonna automatically have somebody else there to replace you. But see, if you had the agreement from the beginning, there would be no room for none of the BS. What is the agreement? You're probably sitting there wondering, like, what are you talking about? If you haven't figured out what the agreement is yet, then you're not really paying attention. I made it clear for you. You still don't understand. And this is why you're getting in so much trouble today. You're getting in all this trouble because when you see a woman, all you see is her body. You don't see the long-term results. You don't see her as an asset to the company. You see, marriage is a business. And in marriage, we have to make sure that as men, that we deal with women that are going to bring value to our lives. If I pay for a service, I expect to get what I paid for. If I make a woman my wife, I expect to get in return what I'm investing in. If she is supposed to be my helpmate, then damn it, I supposed to be getting what I'm entitled to. Unfortunately, for most of us brothers, we're not getting that. Because we walk into relationships blindly, and then over time, we start making these demands on what we want as men. No, that should have been made from the beginning. That should have been made from jump. You see, brothers, the agreement is pretty simple. When you get with a female, you should have a list of standards, a list of requirements, a list of things that she should bring to the table for you, as well as things that you will bring to her. You see, the agreement is not one-sided, for all of you sisters that are listening. Because you're probably saying to yourselves, so hold up, it's all about me doing for this man. Well, what about me? Well, if you would hold on to your horses and put your emotions on standby, you will understand that the agreement is not one-sided. The agreement also benefits you, because it's the man who make you his wife, not the other way around. You see, the man is the head of the woman. But unfortunately, in today's culture, a lot of us men have been emasculated. And now we have taken the role of a woman, and the woman have taken the role of a man. You understand? I mean, if you just look at today's society, it's very clear that women want to be men now. And they're literally doing what men would do. Just like the woman who embarrassed one of those Migo guys when it came to that threesome conversation. And she talked about, well, you know, he can go find another dude to have the threesome with me. In other words, she's supposed to be his woman, and the conversation was more or less about her getting another female to be involved in a threesome to somehow reward him. And instead, she's saying, well, forget the female, you could invite another dude, that way y'all could both take care of me. You see, women now are assuming the role of what a man would do. So she basically embarrassed this man. And he got money. You see that? So even the man that have money, even the high value man is getting played. So don't buy into all of this high value stuff. Because having money doesn't guarantee loyalty. Having money does not mean a woman is going to be faithful to you. You can buy a woman all of the material goods. That doesn't mean she's going to be faithful to you. That doesn't mean she's going to respect you. You must have an agreement, brothers. You must have an agreement by which this woman agreed to. What am I saying? I'm glad you asked that question. Before you make a woman your wife, there must be an agreement and terms that she must agree to and sign. You must notarize this thing too, because it's a document that is binding. She must agree to your terms from the beginning. And if she violates those terms, there are consequences. Simply put, as a man, when you deal with a woman and you understand the agreement, you can't be the kind of brother that's thirsty for some wop. I've grown over the years, and I've pretty much matured greatly. And I'm at the point now where if the woman is not going to follow what I do, she's of no use to me. You must understand that WAP is an illusion. As brothers, our minds sometimes get familiarized with a woman and we lose track of who we are as men. But when you really think about it, if a woman don't obey you, follow your lead, then she don't respect you. And if a woman don't respect you, she don't love you. And if a woman don't love you, you wasting your time. You see, brothers, when you get with a woman, you have to make it very clear what you want. You must make it very clear what you need, what you desire, what's on your mind. Because if you don't, and you try to do that later on in the relationship, it's going to be a lot of hostility. It's going to be a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments. You know why in relationships there are so many arguments? Because none of you know your roles. None of you know your roles. You think that because you're a man, you automatically know your role. No, it don't work like that. Just like the woman, she think that when she come to the table, all she got to do is give you some wop and be pretty, and that's it. You see, every woman's role is different. This is why as men, when you come to the table, you have to bring the curriculum to the woman. You got to bring a woman her role. You got to let the woman sit down and tell her, look, you want to be with me? This is your role. This is the role you're going to play. You see, all movie actors understand the agreement. All actors in a movie are paid to play their role. They're given a script. They have to study it, memorize it, understand how to bring the character to life. When a woman understands the agreement and brothers understand the agreement, you can now bring a woman's role to her, as well as understand your role as a man. And just like an actor, you have to bring that character to life. You see, a lot of us brothers, we like beautiful women. But you know, under an agreement that you make with a woman, she have to be beautiful at all times. Some of you brothers, you're with women that literally let themselves go. In the beginning of the relationship, she used to dress up nice. She used to look real good for you. Lord knows she used to look real good for you all the time. Some of you sisters, you know what I'm talking about. You were dating a particular brother, and for whatever reason, every time you got around that brother, you used to look your best. Perfume, lotions, your hair was always done. You always had nice outfits on. You was looking real good from head to toe all the time. But once you got into that relationship and it started to build up, slowly but surely you stopped looking good. You don't look fine around the house. You don't dress up no more. You don't look sexy for your man. You don't give him none of the things that he desires. And then on top of that, you sisters will get upset if that brother is interested in other women. So let me get this straight. You're not providing this brother the sexual desires, the fantasies, the sensual seduction of a woman. You're not providing that for him. But you don't want him looking at no other woman. So you want him to be monogamous only to you, but you're not providing him with sex on demand. You're not providing him with nothing freaky. You want him to be monogamous to you, but you don't cook for him. You don't clean for him. You don't take care of the house. You ain't taking care of the kids properly. So you're doing all these things and you expect him to be faithful to just you. That's called insanity. Some of you ladies, when you get mad, you stop cooking, you stop cleaning, you stop providing your man sex. And then all of a sudden now you want him to be faithful to you under monogamy. You see, brothers, when you wife up a woman without the agreement, you automatically take the oath of monogamy. Now she thinks she owns you. Now she thinks she can control you because you never made no agreement. And when you don't make no agreement, a woman feels you are her property. When the truth is, it's the other way around. When you get with a woman, she becomes your property, Yeah, that's right. You don't think that's so? Read the Bible. It's in there. Again, you're dealing with modern day women. Modern day women, when they hear stuff like that, they're immediately offended because in their mind, you are their property. In their mind, you are their property. They don't want to hear that you own them. No. Because they're independent. You understand? I mean, recently I'm hearing all of this talks. I'm not sure of the name of the entity that is providing this, but I believe it's Goldman Sachs. I believe that is investing, I believe, $1 billion or something like that into the lives of 1 million black women. Shout out to Sean James. I heard him talking about that. Now look at what's going on, brothers. Goldman Sachs, I believe it is. I'm not sure. So they're going to invest all this money and resources into black women, to empower black women, but not to empower black men. Look at what's happening here. Not that I really care. They don't got to invest anything into me because I'm a man. I'm going to provide for myself. But what I'm trying to make you understand is the dynamic has changed. They're not trying to invest in the black woman to build up the black community, but investing in her so that they can control her, similar to how they did during slavery. You see, during slavery, it was the black woman that was allowed to become educated. It was the black woman that was allowed to read and write. It was the black woman that was given this, not the black man. They didn't want the black man to learn how to read. They did not want the black man to educate himself. They wanted the black woman to do that. It's called role reversal. So they're doing it all over again. They're giving women the opportunity to be empowered, but not the man. Because what they want is for the woman to continually emasculate the man. Make sure you go to Sean James' channel and check out his video. He did a better job explaining this. But it's very important to look at what society is doing and how, as a community, family is not even on our mind. Only thing we're thinking about is WAP, sex, clubbing, drinking, smoking, making up, breaking up, the list goes on. Nobody's thinking about raising children. Nobody's thinking about the Most High. Just a vain people. And all of you want to jump in and out of relationships, not realizing the danger that's ahead. The agreement cannot be ignored. Brothers, when you get with a female, you have to sit her down and you must have a contract. You must have an agreement of what you want, what you expect from her. If she is not going to agree to the terms, don't deal with her. It's a game changer. Don't allow no woman in your world till she understands how she's supposed to play her role in your life. For far too long, you brothers have been thirsting for WAP, chasing WAP around, allowing yourself to get slaughtered. You don't realize that all of the power is in your hands, but you've allowed vagina to have power over you, and it caused you to not use your brain and think. You don't deserve to be struggling as a man when it comes to dealing with women. You shouldn't have to be trying to get a woman to cooperate. She's supposed to cooperate with you, bro. If you set that agreement from the beginning, that woman is not going to be in no obligation to do whatever she want to do. No. You made an agreement. You see, when a rapper go to a record label He makes an agreement. They know what they doing. Everything in life is about agreement. But when we get into a relationship with women, brothers, we don't make no agreement. We just get involved, do what we do, and then when things don't work out, we pretty much get taken under the bus. She go file for divorce. She get alimony. She get child support. She get everything, the house and the car. What do you get? You don't get anything because there's no support for us men. Just look at what they're doing. They want to invest $1 billion into 1 million black women. They didn't say 1 million white women. 1 million black women. Not to empower them to be wives, but so that they can go out there and emasculate the next generation of black men. That's what they're pretty much doing. And I'm pretty much repeating some of the stuff concerning the Golden Sachs situation from what I seen from Sean James' video. Make sure you go over there and support that brother and subscribe to his channel. But none of that investing is going to pretty much heal what's going on within the black community concerning black men and black women. We have to get back to family development. We have to get back to the standards of what makes a marriage a marriage. You understand? Shout out to Sean Owens. I see you in the building. What's going on, bro? The agreement. It's very simple, brothers. What do you desire? What do you brothers want? What do you expect of a woman? Is it love? Is it romance? Is it respect? Sex? Long-term? Prosperous? Lifestyles? Beauty? What do you desire? You must make it plain. You must make it plain in a list. You must sit down with a woman and talk to her and say, look, this is what I expect of you. I expect of you. This is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I need. As a man, this is what I'm requiring of you. If you're not willing to agree to these terms, we can't move forward. When a brother make a deal, a contract with a business, it's an agreement. He can't later on say, well, I don't want to do it no more. I'm tired. You get with a woman, she cannot say, I'm tired. I don't feel like having sex. You made an agreement. See, you ladies, you want to get involved with a brother, a quality brother. And you want to control his manhood to the point where you'll starve him sexually. And at the same time, you don't want him to go out there messing around with no other women, but yet you're doing things to make him go mess with other women. That man don't deserve that. So brothers, under this agreement, you must make it very clear. As a woman, I got needs. You must understand that. As a man, you have needs, and your woman must understand that you have needs as a woman, and she has to be there to fulfill those needs. As a man, you need to require that woman prepare meals for you. What's the sense of being in a relationship with a woman who don't cook? What's the point? What's the point of being with a woman that don't cook for you? She don't provide no food, nothing to sustain your life. You're out there working night and day to provide, to pay the bills, but she don't feel it's in her nature to cook for you. What's the point of having a wife if you're not having sex? What's the point of having a wife if you can't be freaky? What's the point of having a wife if when she get upset, she feels it's within her right to withhold sex from you? This is what brothers go through. This is what's going on. Shout out to Shattered Star Games. Welcome to the Appreciate the membership. Why would you subject yourself to that type of nonsense. Because brothers go through this stuff. Brothers are going through a lot. And it's sad. And it shouldn't be like that, because as men, we are trying to build family. We're trying to move forward. We're trying to be successful and do what we got to do. But it seemed like this culture that we're in, it's preventing us from reaching that level. And it's going to get a lot of you brothers to the point where you're going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and be a whoremonger. I'm just going to go out there and just bang women and leave them. I'm just going to go out there and do whatever I got to do, because at the end of the day, none of these women are loyal. None of these women are faithful. None of these women are taking me serious as a brother, so I'm going to go out there and just do what the hell I want to do. Shout out to New Breed. That's where a lot of brothers are going to go. A lot of brothers are going to be like, look, I'm tired of being a good man. I'm tired of trying to do what's right, and you sisters are just not cooperative. So I'm just going to go out there and start pumping and dumping. Maybe there's some truth to the pump and dump squad. I don't want to do it, but hey, if it's the only way of me getting what I need, I'm going to go out there and do what I got to do. Do you know how many good brothers turned bad? Do you know how many good brothers went through the wayside because of the frustration that they got dealing with women? If you brothers understand the agreement, you won't go through that. Because you're going to only attract the women that are willing to deal with you accordingly. Shout out to Courtney Johnson. Welcome. Appreciate the membership. Chef, what's going on, bro? Sean in the building. What's going on? What's going on? People got to really wake up to what's happening here, man. People have to wake up and realize that relationships is a business. Marriage is a business. You got a part, the man got a part. Brothers, this agreement is not just about you getting sex. It's about you establishing a foundation by which you can lead women. So if you make an agreement with a woman, you got to also fulfill your end. You got to agree that, woman, if you are doing X, Y, Z for me and this, that, and the other, and you are living up to the terms, in return, I will do X, Y, and Z. I hereby promise to be the provider. I hereby promise that I will work, toil, and sweat to provide a lifestyle for this family over time, and grow and branch out into new adventures and do different things to enhance our lifestyle. And no matter what storms may come, I will always be there to protect you. You got to make those agreements. You got to make this woman understand what she's getting in return. It's not just about you getting some dinner and some sex. It's about establishing a relationship based off of the agreement. Nothing happens overnight. A lot of ladies, they look at social media and they think that when they get into a relationship with a man, everything's going to happen overnight. They're going to be in a new house, on a hill, everything is going to be good. It don't happen like that. Everything takes time. Certain brothers are prospering at different rates. So a woman have to be cooperative and recognize where this brother is. And sometimes as brothers, you have to recognize where the woman is. She may not be where she needs to be just yet. That's why she needs you to guide her. As a man, you must promise to educate your woman and build her up. This is why I teach you as brothers that if you want a woman to be a stay-at-home mom or whatever the case is, you got to now teach her strategies and principles on how to earn money even while at home. That way, if anything were to happen to you, she's able to take care of the children because you taught her how to provide. You understand? If you're a sister and you got a college degree, that's not the time for you to start throwing it around to this man, because technically men don't really care about all of that. Shout out to Chef for the super chat. Appreciate that. Sean, thanks a lot for the super chat. Said Ringo, preaching tonight, Team Ringo. It's very important because as men, we need quality women. And we're not going to gain quality women by just getting involved with any woman and expecting her to perform. That's like a record label bringing artists in that's not performing to the standards that they're looking for. You know, if I sign you to this record label to produce music, I'm expecting a return. I'm expecting that my investment is going to bring me a return. I don't want to sign you and you're whack. I don't want to sign you and you're just going to waste my resources. I don't just want a woman in my world and it seems as if though I'm just spending all of this money, I'm taking her out, I'm buying her shoes, she's looking good, but I'm not really gaining nothing. What's the sense of being with a woman that is not cooperative? She's not talking to you. She's not loving you. She don't appreciate you. She's cheating on you on the side. You know? It doesn't even make no sense. It makes no sense to go through that type of torment. As brothers, we should not be dealing with that mess. We need to have an agreement. You must have an agreement where you list it. It's not that hard, brothers. Some sisters might be like, well, what about my agreement? You don't got no agreement, woman. You don't got no agreement. You don't come to a man with an agreement. No, that's not how it works. You're not a man. So stop acting like one. It is the man who marries you. It is the man who marries you. You don't marry the man. It's the man who marries you. The man brings the agreement and you sign it. And you're the one who have to cooperate. And if you're not willing to do that, you don't need to be no wife. Under those terms, brothers, there has to be a clause in there where the woman agrees to be cooperative. And then if she's not going to be cooperative, these are the issues that will be aroused. If she don't fulfill her end, then okay, this is going to happen. And that particular agreement, she have to sign and have it notarized. Anything happens, she want to, oh, I'm going to court. I want a divorce. I want this. I want X, Y, and Z. Well, Your Honor, according to the agreement, my wife, she agreed to this. This is what she agreed to. You see the signature? Yeah. She agreed that she's going to love, honor, and respect. She agreed that she's going to be cooperative. She's going to be humble. She's going to take care of the children. She's going to clean the house. She's going to cook, clean. She agreed to all of these different things. You see, a lot of you get into relationships and these women didn't agree to a damn thing. You're just expecting and hoping that they will do these things. Figuring only a good woman would do those things. No, to hell with all of that. You need to know. I need to know that you're going to do these things. Just like if I hire a contractor to work on my house, I need to know that this work is getting done. I am not going to just have you around as some woman and you ain't working. I am not going to have you carrying my name and you are wasting my resources and wasting my time. You ain't hearing no video like this on YouTube, so if anybody start copying, you already done know where they get the talking points from, the originator. Without the agreement, it's a no-go. So to all you brothers that are ready to walk down the aisle, you better get that agreement going. To all you sisters that are about to get married, you better hope your fiance is not watching this live, because he's going to get that agreement ready. And you're going to have to sign it. Now, to all the brothers that may be in a relationship already, and you're probably wondering, well, Ringo, how would I be able to implement the agreement in my relationship that I'm in right now? How would I be able to do that? You know, my old lady crazy, man. She bugging out. Well, you can implement everything that is being shared because you are already in a relationship. It'll be a little difficult, but it can be done over time. But it would have been beneficial to establish these things from the beginning. Just like if you are a brother who practices polygyny, that should be established in the agreement. Now, let me say this to all the women that may be listening, because a lot of you don't understand how serious this is. When it comes to a man practicing polygyny, right? It is not about a man just going out there, just banging women and just doing whatever with women. Real men that are on their grind, on their purpose, they really don't have no time to be with 1,000 women. So I really don't know why women are so insecure when they hear about a man that practices polygyny. That does not mean that if you're with him, that he have another wife. What it simply means, ladies, is that if you're with a brother and he practiced polygyny, it means that you as a woman must be in agreement to understand that in due time, if need be, if he were to get involved with another woman to make her a wife, you have to be accepting of that. But it doesn't mean that he's currently with a woman right now. Do you follow me? A man can practice polygyny and yet appear like he's monogamous, meaning he's pro-polygyny, but he's only with one woman because he's busy, he's building. If any of you brothers seen my other live show where I talked about how no man should be practicing polygyny until he'd been with a woman for at least 5 years. Because if you've been with a woman for at least 5 years, you learned how to deal with her. You learned the woman's personality. You learn how to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And because of that, it's given you the experience that is needed on how to deal with multiple women. But to the women that are listening, when you hear the topic of polygyny, it's not for you to be fearful that the man you're with is just sleeping around with women. It's really to make you overcome being insecure. Because under the agreement, brothers, you need to put in the clause on one of those agreements that the woman agree not to be insecure. And one of the ways to overcome being insecure as a woman is to accept polygyny. It doesn't mean that your man have another woman. It doesn't mean that he's fooling around. It doesn't mean that he's banging women. What it does, it sets you free. And it sets him free. It set him free from the stigma of ducking and hiding and feeling like he's committing some sort of crime because he find that woman right there attractive. Just because the man find that woman attractive doesn't necessarily mean he's going to sleep with her. See, when a man been liberated and he's able to be a man and free to express himself, he's not going to be out there just doing whatever. When you as a woman understand the nature of a man, you won't be in his cell phone looking for photos, looking for text messages. So under the agreement, brothers, you have to make things clear. Under this agreement, you're not to be insecure. You're not to be the type of woman who is extremely jealous. You're not the kind of woman who is looking over my back and sneaking around and following me everywhere I go to see what woman I'm talking to. Get all of that out your mind and focus on your task as a woman. What is your task as a woman? What is your task as a sister to this man? Let you focus on that. Stop worrying about other women. Because in most cases, your man is not even talking to no woman. But your mind is playing tricks on you, and your mind will have you thinking that your man is with every woman around the world. And then you become insecure. And when you're a woman who is insecure, you're not going to be a valuable asset to a man because that frustrates the man. Because now he got to deal with the arguments. Now he got to deal with the BS. And as men, we don't need to deal with that mess. There should be peace in our homes. You agree to this. Brothers, you have to write up your list. Your list don't have to be like the next brother. Every woman should have a different requirement from different men. Number 1 on your list. I practice polygyny. You accept. If you're not willing to accept, we're not going to be together. Just that simple. Because if you say that you don't accept, what you just said is that you don't accept me. And you don't accept the purpose that I have. And you also said you don't accept that I'm a man. You see, as a man, I can always lie to you. As a man, I can always sneak around. You see, brothers, women don't realize that as men, we could literally just go do whatever we want. But I'm trying to teach brothers to be honest, because we could just be liars. We could just get into relationships with women and just sneak around and screw women on the low and just come back home and just call it a day. We can all do that as men. But why do that? Why creep? Just be a man and be honest. It seems as if though women today, modern women, want men that will just lie. Tell them what they want to hear. You cheating on me? No. You're the only one, baby. A lot of men do that because they want their woman to think that they're faithful to just them. And on the low, these brothers are messing around with every damn thing out there. And it shouldn't be like that. Because as a man sleeping around with multiple women and you're just reckless and crazy, that's not healthy. You're not respecting yourself, and you pose danger to the woman that you're with by doing that. But see, as most of you may agree that that's dangerous, let me tell you, it's the woman who pushed the man to go do all of these different things because she don't accept him for who he is. She wants to turn him into a woman. You see, according to the Bible, a woman is bound to her husband as long as he lives. But nowhere in the Bible does it say that a man is bound to his wife as long as she lives and he can never be with no other woman. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. You see, I find that even a lot of women that claim they're in the truth are not. If you're a sister and you're listening and you claim that you're in the truth, I can guarantee you that you don't follow the Most High. Because all I got to do is bring up polygyny. And you're going to say, well, polygyny, I don't mind it if brothers want to do that, but it's not for me. When you hear women say that, polygyny is not for me. What she's saying is that the word of the Most High is not for her. The truth of the matter is, polygyny is the standard of marriage. And what I'm trying to do is get you sisters to overcome your insecurity. Overcome the insecurity. A lot of you ladies, you think you're going to live forever. Some of you sisters are in your late 30s, 40s, pushing 50. How many more years do you have on this earth? How many more years? You're worrying about where this man put his rod. Have you fulfilled the purpose of the Most High? All of you sisters that are with a good man right now, did that man fulfill the purpose of the Most High, or are you stopping the purpose of the Most High? Because you sisters have a role to play in this brother reaching that goal. And a lot of you sisters are not playing your part. And when all of this is said and done, the Most High is going to judge you because you, in most cases, have been a monkey wrench to the plan the Most High had. And if you're not bringing forth results for this man, what's the point of you being a wife? What's the point of you being there if this brother is unable to fulfill the purpose that the Most High gave him? What's the point? We must have an agreement. We must have an agreement. Shout out to Shattered Star Games for the super chat. It says they love the lies they use to lying to you anyway. Yeah, women lie. Listen, women are master manipulators. Women will say, you're manipulating me, when the truth is women are the ones manipulating you. When a woman withholds sex from you because she's upset, You know what she's doing? She's manipulating you. What is she doing? Her withholding sex from you is actually designed for you to get it together. In other words, if you get it together, then I'll get back to where I was doing. In other words, I'm not gonna be Miss Freaky Deaky if I still feel like you're doing what you're doing. That's manipulation. That's witchcraft. That's thirst trapping. That's sex craft. Because even the Bible teach women to not defraud their man. Literally, the Bible teach for both parties, defraud ye one another not, lest Satan comes in and tempts you. It says only by consent for a season that you separate for the purposes of prayer, getting yourself together. That's the only time you can withhold, because you made an agreement. In other words, if your woman came to you and said, look, I've been really insecure lately and I want to get myself together with the Most High through prayer. So I'm going to let you know that I'm not going to have sex with you for, a whole month, because I'm really trying to get my mind right and really reevaluate where I'm going in this relationship. And she made that agreement with you and she made it very clear. Then you're going to have to respect that and say, okay, that's cool. And literally just say, all right, I'm not going to be doing nothing with my woman for a month. And it is what it is, because this was out of consent. But when you as a woman, because you're upset, tell yourself, well, you know what? I'm not going to cook anymore. I'm not going to clean the house. I'm not going to look good for him no more. I'm not having sex. I'm not doing nothing no more because I'm upset. You're wrong. And under those circumstances, that man has a right to now go out and get another woman. See, all of this must be in the agreement, brothers. When a woman is withholding anything from you that you are obligated to as a husband, those are grounds for you to get another woman to fulfill what is needed. If a carpenter was hired to do some work on my house and he's unable to do it, and I paid him to do the job, but he wasn't able to complete it, then I have to find another carpenter to complete the job anyway. That particular carpenter that didn't complete the job is not going to get the full payment, because I got to now pay another carpenter to complete the work. Most women don't realize that when you are being wicked in your relationship and not fulfilling your end of the bargain, you're opening up the door for your man to go do whatever he need with somebody else. And you have no reason to be upset because you open that door. This is why the Bible teaches that you're not supposed to defraud one another, lest Satan comes in and tempt you. Listen, ladies, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. If you're defrauding your man by withholding sex from him and you're sex starving him, he's going to go get the sex from another woman. It's just that simple. If I'm hungry and I can't eat, I'm going to go rob and steal. It's all about survival at this point. First of all, a man is supposed to have more than one wife. We live in a culture where women feel they can control you. This is why you must have the agreement. Every brother at the sound of my voice must put in his agreement that you practice polygyny. Now, just because you put in your agreement that you practice polygyny, it doesn't mean that you have more than one wife. It doesn't mean that you got 8 women on the side. What it simply means is that you're establishing standards with this woman from the beginning. I practice polygyny. I don't practice monogamy. Yeah. So now she must agree. If you're going to be with this man and be a wife, you as a sister must understand that this brother is not monogamous. He practiced polygyny. He may not be with no other woman right now. He may only be with you. He may be with you for 10, 15 years and never was with no other woman. But by the pure fact that he practiced polygyny, you know it's a possibility he could end up loving another woman. And you have to be accepting of that. Because what it's going to do is going to make you and help you to overcome your own insecurity as a woman. Because when you're more focused on your duties as a wife, then you're not going to be focusing on what woman is talking to your husband. Because he's a man. And men are attracted to women. A man is able to multitask. A man is able to love more than one woman, just like he's able to love all his children. Each wife requires something different. Each wife have a different need. Men are able to do that. As a man, when you are able to practice polygyny and love more than one woman, you are able to gain the experience and begin to appreciate the women that you have, which will further make you develop into guiding them, protecting them, doing more, going the extra mile. It'll make you work harder. You know, when a brother is having a newborn baby, it makes him say, you know what, I gotta go get me a job. He have another baby. The brother's like, you know what, I gotta go take a test. I gotta earn some more money. His family is growing. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna go start a business. I gotta earn more money. See, when an ambitious man is building his family, it makes him want to go out there and do more. But it takes having a quality woman who is a helpmate, who is cooperative, who understands her role. And the only way she can have a role, brother, is by you giving her that role. You have to give a woman a role. You have to give her exactly what you need. You got to let her know what you need and make it very plain for her to understand. It's the agreement, and she must agree to it. So write it out, brothers. Write out what you expect of a woman and write what you're willing to do for her and make it clear. You being with me will guarantee you this and that. You being with me and doing X, Y, and Z guarantees you this and that. That means that it's going to require work on your end. This is not for the faint at heart. This is for real men. This is for men that are literally men of their word. So if you're a man that don't have good character, this is not going to work for you. This is a game changer. Because what it's going to do is going to eliminate all these fake females that just want to come in your life and play games. You know how it is, brothers. You get with a woman, she don't want to cooperate with you. She want to do her own thing. At that point, let her go. She's not the woman for you. You need a woman that understands her role, and her role is the role you gave her. If I am a movie company and I give you a role to play in the film, you must deliver. You must deliver. So if you're with a woman and you give her a role to play and she's not fulfilling that role, then somebody else needs to fulfill that role. If you're with a woman and she don't want to cook for you, another woman needs to cook for you. If you're with a woman and she don't want to give you head, another woman needs to give you head. If you're with a woman and she's uncooperative, she don't want to encourage you, she never tell you that you're handsome, she never tell you that, she appreciate you, then you need to get that from another woman. They don't make cheerleaders for nothing. A lot of brothers need to be cheered up. A lot of brothers are down. Real talk. You see, this kind of information benefits both the man and the woman. This is why, brothers, I need for you to be fair and concise in what I'm talking about here. This is not something that you use just for the benefit of gaining some sex or something. What you want to establish is a family unit, but you need it to be established with standards. You have to be a man of standards, because most modern day women, they just want to play. They want to have sex with every guy they meet. They want to get with you for a season, have sex, get with a new man, and then they tell that man that they been practicing abstinence and, they haven't had sex and X, Y, and Z. All of that is lies. Lies. They're having sex with multiple men. They don't want a long-term relationship. They just want a situationship. They just want to play around with you for the moment and then get with another man and repeat the same thing. Most women do not want a man to dominate them. They don't want a man that's going to oversee them. They want to control the man. Most modern day women want to control men. you will lose control if you don't have an agreement. You brothers need to get off your tail and write up your agreement right now. Write it up. Number 1, I practice polygyny and you agree. Simple. As a man, I desire more than one woman. Therefore, I practice polygyny. I do not practice monogamy. Make that very clear to these women. Because if you get into a marriage union and you don't make these things clear and you pop up later on about, well, you know, at that point, she's going to feel like, wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be monogamous. See, she's going based off the standards that society give, which is not the standards of the Most High. See, women know that as a man, you're going to want more than one woman. They know that already. And they know you're supposed to have more than one woman. But they want to have control of all your resources. They want to have control of all your time. Most women, to be quite frank, they may not like this, but you're more closer to Satan when you have a woman in your life. Yeah. When you have a woman in your life, you're more closer to the devil than you imagine. Because the woman have been totally controlled by Satan. From the garden all the way to now. You're dealing with Eve, believe it or not, brothers. That's why there's so much problems right now. Because Eve refused to get in line with the Most High. Eve refused to humble herself. She's full of pride, full of arrogance. This is why the Most High made her the helpmate. This is why the Most High made you the man to dominate the woman, to set order. This is why things are the way they are. And until we as brothers set that order and make women understand that we are the men, these are our standards, and you must be the type of brother that have standards. You're not to be out here abusing women, beating women, doing a bunch of dirt. None of that stuff. We can't do that. We got to have standards. We have to have morals, excellence, and all of that good stuff. So it's about family growth and development. And once we implement all of this, as men, we'll be able to function at a greater capacity and be more efficient in being a husband, because we are operating in the office of a husband. We have the loyalty and respect of the woman that we're with, and she's cooperative. So when a woman is doing everything within that contract, when a woman is basically following what she agreed to follow, there must be rewards for all of this. So if a woman is being led by the truth and she's doing all these things that you want her to do, there must be rewards that you have for her. You must have this within your agreement. If you do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You have to set that up as a man, because it's just very important, because we can no longer just get into relationships and we don't know where we're going. We can no longer get into relationships and I don't know what she's going to do in the future. She don't know what I'm going to do. We don't have no goals. This is where people are today. People are getting in relationships and have no direction. And this is why divorce is happening. This is why nobody want to get married, but yet everybody's out here having sex. Nobody's becoming married, but yet we got all these single baby mamas. We got all these women having sex. We got all these brothers being whoremongers, but nobody want to get married. Look at all the dysfunction. You must have the agreement, brothers. You must have an agreement. Again, to all of you brothers that are single, I'm not talking about the whoremongers who are sleeping around. Hear me clear. Listen to what I got to say. I am 100% in support of family development. But I'm going to tell you, if you marry a woman, you're going to have nothing but problems. Make sure you pay attention to what I just said. To all the single brothers, I support marriage. I support family growth. If you marry a woman today, you are going to have problems. You're going to have a lot of problems. I would recommend that you just don't get married. Huh? But I thought you were about family. I thought you were about marriage and growth. Yeah. But in today's modern time, my best advice would be that you don't get married at all. But now understand what I'm saying. If you're not gonna get married at all, then I mean you're not having sex with no woman. Right? Because if you're not married and you're just out there sleeping around with women, that would make you a whoremonger male. Which means that the Most High is gonna deal with you for being wicked. So if you're gonna be this single brother and fulfill your goal and purpose, then I would recommend that you just don't get married. Because if you get married or have a woman as a wife, you're going to have nothing but problems because she's a modern day woman who don't believe in serving her man. The average woman today do not believe in serving her man. She may say, oh, no. I'll serve my man. I'll do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, as long as things go your way. But if things are not going your way, that's when we're going to see the horns come out your head. Are you enjoying the show? Are you enjoying this work? I'm trying to help you brothers out. You see, marriage comes with a lot of problems. They don't tell you that. You didn't read the fine print. Even in the Bible, it tells you that if you want to avoid stress, if you want to avoid the drama, I believe it was Paul who was talking, and he said, you shouldn't even get married. Like, if you get married, you're going to have a lot of trouble. He warned you in the Bible. It's in there. Now, the Most High is the author and finisher of marriage. He's the one who sanctioned marriage. He's the one who endorsed marriage. But you must understand, within context, in this culture, this perverted, wicked, feminist culture, women are out of control. So if you marry a modern day woman, bro, you're going to have nothing but problems. They are selfish, self-centered, cantankerous, bitter, very insecure, haughty. They come to the table with nothing but drama. Brothers, if you get with them, you better be prepared. You must be strapped up with the truth of the Most High. Boots are strapped up and tied up. You got to be a strong individual. This is why you must have the agreement that when you get with the modern woman, she know her role and what you expect of her. This is the agreement. So if she agree, I don't want to hear nothing when this relationship is going through the ups, downs, and ugly, or whatever the case is. These are the terms you agreed upon. These are the terms I agreed upon, because it's not just about a woman agreeing, it's about what you are agreeing to do as well as a man. You have to do your part too, bro. You have to agree to be a working man. You have to agree to be a father. You have to be able to be the type of man that please your woman. You got to be the type of man that take care of your woman's needs. Provide clothing for your woman. Make sure that the house is taken care of. Making sure that the bills are taken care of. You got to do these things as men. You got to do that. This is very important. It's not just about the woman agreeing to this and that. You got to do your part too. All of you sisters have to take heed to this. This agreement is very serious. You get with a brother, you got to agree to the terms. You agree to cook for your man. Shout out to Shiva, wherever you are, if you're listening to the live show. I be watching your Instagram. Yo, Shiva be cooking. I ain't gonna lie. I know her man, I know her husband is happy because she be cooking seriously. Like, she be cooking. She be posting those meals. I be looking at it. I be like, damn, that look good right there. I ain't gonna lie. But that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to her husband as well. But that's what I mean. You a woman, you supposed to be cooking for your man. You supposed to take care of him as he take care of you. A lot of brothers in this modern day, you brothers are going to work, you providing, you taking care of your woman, you doing your part. and your woman is not doing her part, bro, that's out of order. That's backwards. It make no sense that as a man, you going to work, doing what you got to do to provide for your family, and your woman can't even come up to you and give you a hug and kiss. Damn. You working day and night, providing, paying the rent, making sure that the family got a roof over their head, and your woman can't even give you head. She don't even want to give you no sex. She's mad. Your kids don't even respect you. That's sad. First thing she do is she get on the phone and start talking to her mom and her family about everything that's going on in your house. Ladies, listen to me very carefully. When you are in a relationship, your household business stay in your house. You don't go out to your family members and your relatives and start dogging out the man in front of you. No, you don't do that type, man. You don't do them thing, man. You don't ever supposed to do that. You don't go on Facebook and start airing out dirty laundry. You don't do stuff like that. All of that got to be within the agreement. If you're going to be my wife and we have a dispute or whatever the case is, we're going to handle that between me and you. We're not going to play the silent treatment. You got to put that, brothers, in the agreement. We're not going to play the silent treatment. If we're having a disagreement, we're going to talk this out as adults. We're going to have a face-to-face meeting, and then we're going to make up. We're not going to go to sleep and we beefing. This must be established in an agreement. Again, brothers, an agreement is very serious. So if you're going to write out an agreement, you got to really think it over. It's not something you prepare overnight. You got to really sit down and look at this and really think this thing out straight up and down. Because you don't want to get with a woman and you haven't established this agreement. Because if you haven't established an agreement, you're going to have nothing but disagreement, frustration, problems, arguments. Why people argue in relationships? Because none of them are fulfilling their goal. Nobody knows what they're supposed to do. The woman is expecting you to do this while you're expecting her to do that. And none of you are fulfilling each other's needs. She wants you to be a mind reader. You're like, babe, what's your problem? Why are you acting like this? You expect me to read your mind? I don't know what's going on. You bugging. That's where we are today. Women want you to be mind readers. Well, if you're my man, you should be doing X, Y, and Z, and, I'm not happy, and, blah, 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 and all that. Listen, we got to stop acting like children. We got to be adults, and we got to recognize that we must talk things out. We got to talk things out. Make sure y'all get the likes up on this stream. Y'all over here soaking up all this information that you can't find nowhere. At least you can do is click the like. Likes are for free. Very serious topic. Get that agreement going, brothers. Get that agreement going. You should not be in a relationship where a woman don't cook for you. It makes no sense to be in a relationship with a woman that don't clean the house, don't take care of her body. She don't want to work out. Imagine being with a woman that don't want to work out. No, work out. Get in shape. Even if you're not in shape, at least you're working out. That'll make your man happy. Just to see you working out. Like, wow, babe is out there getting it in. That's what I'm talking about. Men want beautiful women. So as a woman, you got to make sure that you're beautiful at all times. When you're walking around the house, you should look your best for your man. That ought to be in the agreement, brothers. Some of you ladies, you only look good when you go to work. But when you with your man, you ain't looking good. When your man come home from work, you should be looking sexy and hot every day. You should be looking good from head to toe. As soon as your man walk in the house, he supposed to be looking at you. You worried about him being around with other women, but yet you ain't looking good for him. You worried about
what he doing, but yet you ain't looking good for him. You ain't even making this brother thinking about you. You too busy worrying about all this negative crap when your job as a woman is to make sure that you're his helpmate. You supposed to be making sure that this brother eyes is on you. So when he come home from a hard day's work, rather than you being all selfish talking about, well, you need to come to me and no, you need to go to him. You're his wife. You need to come to him and give him a hug. As soon as he walk in the house, you need to give him a hug. Why can't you ladies do that? Why can't you ladies do that? You feel that anytime this man come in, for some reason, he got to run to you. No, he come in the house, you go to him. Give him a hug, give him a kiss. Ask him how his day was. Let him relax, get him something to eat, turn the shower on, prepare his shower for him so he could go take a bath or something. Cater to this man providing. A lot of ladies don't realize the blessings that they have, man, till it's gone. If your man was to die today, what are you going to do? To all you sisters right now, the sound of my voice, if your man, your husband, were to die today, what would you do? What would you do if his presence is no longer in the house? What would you tell the children? What would you do? You never miss the water till the well run dry, is what my grandmother used to say. A lot of you ladies, you don't realize how blessed you are to have a quality man. But when he's gone, that is when you are going to cry. Tomorrow isn't promising nobody. That's why we have to fulfill our purpose. As women, you got to get over the selfishness because women are extremely selfish. Women are the most selfish creatures on this planet. They only really care about themselves. They only really care about resources and security. They really don't even care about you brothers. They really don't. It takes a lot for a woman to give you her heart. It really do. It takes a lot. A woman have to want to give you her heart. She just don't give it to you. She got to want. She got to submit herself to you. Submission got to be within the agreement. If she's not going to submit to you, it's a no-go. Just the way it is. You got to write out that agreement, brothers. There's no way around this. Real talk. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, Shattered. Appreciate that. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Because these are some dark times. And again, I wasn't going to do this show tonight. I've been working all day. I'm really tired right now. Really, really tired. Because I have a totally different work schedule that is, it's wild. So it really put me in a position where I got to readjust a lot of stuff. But it's cool. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Getting some updates to the studio. You can see up here. Yeah. Live on the air. I installed that in there last night. Saw that on Amazon. I was like, oh, wow, that's nice. I got to get that. But brothers, this is a very serious video. Very, very serious. I may have to do a part 2 to kind of give brothers an example of a list that can be prepared so that you got a template to follow along with key things that as a man, a woman should be providing you and things you should be providing a woman. We don't have much time on this earth, man. I don't know why people are so selfish and think that they're going to be around forever. We supposed to be establishing family and creating legacy, and we busy worrying about nonsense. We don't have much time. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? Life is very short. Today you here, tomorrow you gone. You know, what would happen if you passed away? What would happen? What would happen if I'm not here, Most High? You know, what's that thing people always say? I totally forgot. You know, like how when people like use an example of if they were to die, and they say something. I'm tired, so it slipped my mind. Most High forbid. I don't know, but you know, if something was to happen to me, and I'm no longer here, and y'all heard the news, what would happen? Will there be a bunch of RIP videos from hypocrites talking about, oh, I loved Ringo, yo. Ringo was the man, yo. Ringo used to do this, man. Don't give me none of that shit. If you ain't supporting me now while I'm living and breathing, don't make no RIP videos from me. I'm putting that out there right now. If something was to happen to me and I'm no longer here, I don't want to see no RIP videos. Don't make a damn thing if you ain't supporting me right now. That's real talk right there, man. You ain't giving me my flowers right now. If you ain't telling me what I'm about right now, don't waste your time making no videos about, oh, this is my tribute to Ringo. He was a great content creator, taught me a lot. And no. How about making that video now where I can see it? How about doing that right now while I'm alive? See, you don't want to do that while I'm alive because really you're a hater. And you really don't like me. But you'll do that when I'm gone. Because it's easy to say all of that sentimental nonsense when a person is not there. But while they're here, are you going to get them their flowers? While they're here, are you going to come online and say, you know what? Me and this brother may not agree on everything, but I just want to share my appreciation for brother Ringo, blah, 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 blah. You ain't doing that because you don't want nobody else to see you doing that while I'm alive. But if something happened to me and I'm gone, you're the first to make that RIP video. Hypocrite. I don't want to see no videos. I'm not accepting them. I don't want to see none. If I can't see no videos now, don't make none when I'm gone. I don't want to see it. I'm letting you know that right now. Like if something happened for me, Most High forbid, if anybody make an RIP video, I don't accept it. Don't make no videos. I don't want to see no titles because I'm going to be like, Most High, could you like just make them don't get no views? Like real talk. Like you could do that right now so I can, you know, tag me and I end up seeing it like, oh snap, so-and-so big me up. All right, cool. Let me watch that video. I might end up giving you a shout out and whatnot. Next minute, your channel start growing or something. But, you know, it's real talk. Like, what I'm saying is real. And the same thing that I'm saying can be applied in a relationship. You sisters are with men that are good quality men. What are you going to do if that brother's gone? Cry and make a video? Cry and talk about how much you love them? Oh, I'm so sad. I really loved him. That was my man. That was my children's father. Really? You was putting that brother to hell while he was living. You weren't submitted to that man. You didn't love that man. You didn't encourage that man. You didn't help that man fulfill purpose. You were against that man. And now that the man is gone, now you want to cry. Now you want to get in your feelings because he's not there no more. Why don't you just love him and respect him while he's living? Why are you waiting until the brother die? Doesn't make any sense. So with that said, I'm going to sign off. We've been on for about an hour and 44 minutes. I may do a part 2 to go into depth on an actual agreement, word for word. I may do that. I don't quote me on that as a guarantee because I'm very busy. I think I've given you enough to pretty much do this on your own. But you need to establish an agreement, brothers, before you deal with a woman. You need to establish an agreement. Don't get into a relationship with a woman without an agreement. Don't Don't do it, brothers. Don't get into a relationship with a woman and you didn't start it off with an agreement. Because if you started off with agreement, she can't later on get upset. She can't later on say, well, I don't really feel comfortable with you. Woman, according to this contract right here, you agreed to this. This agreement that we established, you agreed. I don't want to hear anything about what I'm doing wrong, because I'm not doing nothing wrong. You agreed, you're benefiting, the children are good, bills are paid, I'm leading, you have no needs, no wants. Don't get in the way of the Most High's purpose, because I'm telling you, there will be more women in the lake of fire than men. Hear me. There will be more women in the lake of fire and brimstone than men. Real talk. Shout out to Chef for the super chat. He said, this is worth staying up, bro. Facts. About to end it right now. Apologize for coming on so late, but I was really, really tired. I wasn't even going to come on because y'all saw my promo video where I said I was coming on the 20th, I believe it was, and it's like, what? It's the 22nd now, so it's like I got to just stop saying I'm coming on because it seemed like it always changed, man. But I appreciate everybody that came out. I appreciate the new members who joined the members only chat. I don't know how much people is in the building right now. I can't really tell, but I appreciate everybody coming through. I think we have 115 people that's in the building right now. What are you waiting for? Become a member of the show. I know you want to join the chat, right? You know, it is what it is. Members only. Anyway, I like that. I don't see no trolls. I don't see nothing. Everything seems to be quiet. Only the people who really support you are in the chat. I like that. You know, that brings joy. Yeah. So, with that said, y'all, I'm going to go get me something to eat. I'm going to do some work on my scooters tomorrow. Got some new scooters. I'm going to do some videos with some scooters soon and stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on, man. Whole lot. Shout out to the mods, you know what I'm saying? There's another mod, man. I gotta get his username and his Cash App, but there's another mod. I wasn't able to send him something earlier because I didn't have his info, but my other mods, they pretty much taken care of, but I gotta find their information. If he would have joined in the members, then I would be able to get that right away, and he would know what the other mods received. But it is what it is. I'll find that info later on. Wow, I'm really liking how the studio setup is looking, man. I like my own studio. I like that. That's nice. I really do. Yeah. I need to get something else for this side. There's something missing. Yeah, that's what it is. I need something that's a sign, like over here, but on this side. Something. Maybe on the back wall behind me, up there somewhere. Something. It's missing. I'll figure it out. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it, man. I'm gonna sign out, get me something to eat. I'm trying to get the other Stream Deck, this piece right here, but the larger one to this, it's sold out everywhere. Seems like everybody's online streaming now. I need the other one, man. Use this for some other stuff. But anyway, I'm going to get up on out of here. Again, I appreciate everybody coming out. We've been off for a while, but I am back. And I'm going to get some work done and release some more content. I have a video that's coming up. It's going to be a premiere where I'm going to talk about when a woman say polygyny is not for her, what she really mean. To the ladies that are listening, you really need to understand polygyny. You need to understand that it is not really about a man just going out there just getting with women. It's about you overcoming your insecurity. You're in a culture that have you insecure, and it's a terrible thing to be insecure. It doesn't matter how beautiful you look. The most beautiful woman be the most insecure. It doesn't really matter. My purpose is to help you grow and become mature and understand that family is the most important thing, and purpose. And a lot of us are not fulfilling purpose. We're literally playing game, wasting time. We're not fulfilling nothing. We're just jumping in and out of relationships and nobody's really fulfilling no purpose. That's not good. We must fulfill purpose. We must. So with that said, y'all, I'm going to sign out. I got a bunch of camera angles, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to sign out, man. So with that said, this is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. Shout out to my mom. She's in the kingdom of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here. Appreciate her and honor her. So with that said, y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all take care. Have a blessed day. If you're on the job, you know what I mean? Be safe. Get your money. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? All you brothers, stay focused on your goals. You know, make sure that you got your agreement. Even if you're not with a woman right now, start writing out that agreement. You know, take your time. Remember, brothers, this is about what you want in a woman. You got to make it plain on paper. This is what I'm expecting of you. This is what I desire. All of the desires you have as a man. All of the desires that you have as a man must be listed. You're supposed to have the agreement set up where it's financial, sexual, knowledge base, everything that could possibly be in a relationship, you got to have it listed. If you're talking about the sexual, you need to list all of the things you desire and like as a man that you want your woman to do. And in return, you must talk about what you're willing to do. That's all in the agreement. When it comes to being a provider, you got to list what you're willing to do and what you're going to do. See, there's certain things that you're supposed to do. It's not even about agreement. There's certain things as a man you supposed to do. There's certain things as a woman you supposed to do. Then there's things that we need and desire. So all of these things got to be listed within the agreement. And remember, whatever you're willing or you're asking a woman to do, always make sure that within the agreement, you have what you're willing to do for her. You understand? So, do not get involved in any relationship without an agreement, brothers. Do not date a woman without an agreement. Don't do it. Don't ever marry a woman based on the marriage system. You don't need the marriage system to make a woman your wife. She can be your wife without the marriage system. Now, if you want to gain the benefits of having a wife with the marriage system and you want to do that, that's your prerogative. But she got to be the type of sister that is on point, that she's going to cooperate with you. So if you don't know she's on point, it would be best for you to avoid that at all costs. If you haven't gotten with a woman when you were in the sandbox, it might be a no-go. I don't think you should do that. Like real talk, because she's gonna cause you problems. That's why you need the agreement. You understand? There are benefits that you get when you marry a woman based on the system, but you hold more freedom when you're not married to a woman based on the system. Do you get my point? Like a lot of you brothers that are single and you're not married, you have more freedom than a man who is married. Yeah, you have more freedom because the man that is married, he's literally tied to the woman, and he's tied to the government because of that contract through marriage with the world system. You understand my point? So for him, things are a little more difficult, whereas you're single, you're not married, you have more freedom to move. You have more freedom to go where you want to go, do what you want to do. So as a brother who is single, as a brother who literally have that type of freedom, it would be best if you use it wisely to empower yourself, to make the best possible decisions and choices when it comes to dealing with women. So I don't recommend you marry a woman based on the system. If you do, she got to be the type of woman who is 100% on point. She must be a unicorn, a woman who is highly, highly established in her purpose and role, and a one in whom you can trust, because there really is no loyalty with a lot of sisters today. It's really bad out here. So move wisely, brothers. Move wisely. And that's all I'm going to say tonight. So with that said, again, this is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out, y'all. Peace. We out. Let's go.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.